Welcome in everyone, it is Hadex Gaming here, and today I'm bringing you the progression guide for Necesse. I've seen a lot of questions on the Discord and even a few negative reviews on Steam due to people being confused about which way to go next, or getting demolished by a boss that they shouldn't be tackling yet. So let's roll it back and take it from the beginning. Upon creating a new world, you will be thrown into a forest or plains biome and see an elder. The Elder is your progression master. He will guide you from start to finish, so even if you don't finish this video, just speak to the Elder and follow his quests. He should guide you all the way through to the beginning of the post-game content. With that out of the way, when you spawn in, talk to the Elder and he will tell you to create a settlement. To create a settlement, just raid the Elder's house and pinch his settlement flag that he has tucked away in his chest. This flag can be placed on any vacant or empty biome, and that will now be your home biome. With the settlement established, it's now up to you how you want to play. You can focus up on quests and bosses, or you can build up your settlement. I would recommend a balance of both. This is where the progression really sets in, so here is a quick rundown of how it's going to work. The Elder will tell you to go to a biome, complete a fetch quests, and to kill an enemy to obtain an item, and then return it to him. And then the next quest will be to defeat that biome's boss. Following that, it'll be the next biome's fetch quest, and then the next boss, and so on, through all of the biomes. So in order of progression, you will get 2 quests at each of the following biomes. The Forest Cave, and then the Evil's Protector. The Snow Caves, and the Spider Queen. The Dungeon Island, and the Void Wizard. The Dungeon Island can be found by using a dungeon map, or finding them through exploration. You'll see them on the mini-map as they look like a regular forest or plains biome with a little dungeon icon on it. Swamp Caves and Swamp Guardian, Desert Caves and the Ancient Vulture, the Pirate Island and the Pirate Captain. These are also similar to the dungeons where they look like a forest or plains biome, except you'll see the pirate flag on the mini-map. Once the Pirate Captain has been defeated, you will enter the harder half of the game. There aren't any mechanic changes that alter biomes, but you will get access to the deep variations of their counterparts. So up next is the Forest Deep Caves and the Grim Reaper, the Snow Deep Caves and the Cryo Queen, the Swamp Deep Caves and the Pest Warden, the Desert Deep Caves and Sage and Grit, and then only after defeating Sage and Grit, you get the final boss in the Deep Desert Temple, the Fallen Wizard. A couple things to note is that a few settlers will not be impressed or want to be recruited until you have defeated certain bosses. And then with each new boss defeated, the enemy raids will also get tougher. After the Fallen Wizard, there is some post-game content which can be accessed by crafting a Fallen Altar and using the incursion tablet that the Fallen Wizard dropped. This will allow you to enter portals and complete waves of enemies and hunt down loot in what is called incursions. These incursions will range from low to high tier cave runs with scaling loot and difficulty. They either require you to kill a certain amount of enemies or mine a certain amount of ore. With that being said, there are some that are harder than others and they do have their respectful tiers, so in my opinion, this would be the difficulty rating from entry level incursions to the more difficult ones based on their tier levels. So starting with tier 1, the following incursion locations can be found. Forest Deep Caves, Snow Deep Caves, Swamp Deep Caves, and the Desert Deep Caves. These all include their respective bosses. Next is Tier 2. These include some of the newer bosses unique to the incursions and post-game. The Slime Cave with the Slime Mother boss, the Graveyard with the Night Swarm boss, the Crystal Cave with the Crystal Dragon boss, and the Spider Castle with the Spider Empress boss. Finally, we have the 2 Tier 3 incursions, Dawn and Dusk, where you'll face off with each of them respectively. So that is the current progression guide, and as always, that may be subject to change with each new update. That's it for this video, and I hope it helps. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and I hope you all have a lovely time zone. So that means good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you may be, and I hope to see you next time.